And he sang as he watched and waited till his belly boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me.
It's a great song, too. And now, let's say goodbye to some swell boys and gals. Harry Babbitt, Diane Pendleton, Sally Mason, Jack, Max, Julie Conway. And now, a parting kiss from that gorgeous Georgia Carroll. There she is. She's been on the covers of practically all the magazines. She's our stop, look at, and listen to gal. Well, Georgia, do you have a parting word for these men?
Well, Well, I hardly know what to say, Kay.
Say anything. Just stand there.
Yeah, you're not kidding either. Go ahead, Georgia.
You've been wonderful, and we love you. Goodbye, and good luck.
Oh, Georgia. Boy, he really fell for her, didn't he, gang? And now, a final word from that great star of screen, radio, and stage fright, Mischa Auer.
Listen, my little artichoke, why don't you let me tell the jokes?
Oh, but Mischa, you don't have the background for telling a joke.
Background?
Why, sure. I'll show you what I mean by background. Now, you tell the men a joke, and nothing will happen. 30 seconds later, I'll tell them a joke, and the house will come down.
It hurts me the way you tear yourself to pieces. However, we'll try it.
Go ahead.
Did you hear about the fat lady in a circus that went in a lion's cage?
What did the lion do?
Just sat around and chewed the fat.
Too bad, Mischa. Now I'll show you what background will do. Did you hear what happened down on my uncle's farm?
No, what happened on your uncle's farm?
Well, one of his hens ate some cement and laid 10 feet of sidewalk. Well, now you see what I mean by background. And next on our so long list is We Want Georgia. Now, wait a minute. There are thousands of girls with beautiful faces and figures, thousands of them. And one of them is that glamorous, graceful Joan Davis. Poor sense of direction. Say, you know, back home there's a jive expression going around that means so long. How are you? How do you feel yesterday? I'll be seeing you. How's your mother-in-law? Most anything. It's called roodly-doo.
Eggs and bacon, but they just can't ration roodly-doo.
Yeah, roodly-doo.
Silent stuff,
Roodly-doo.
off the cuff,
Roodly-doo. We'll be seeing you.
should ask with prudence the latest jive today. If I should holler, students, tell me honest children, what would you say? Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, sure enough.
We'll be seeing you.
I've heard of Rippy-Tippy, I've heard pa-boop-a-doo. What really drives me dippy is it good old 23 skidoo.
Well, looks like that's about all, gang, and
We've got enough GI. We want more show.
but we can't.
Ish K. Bibble's Golden Hour of Charm. Now, on account of they call this here now Australia, the land down under, I have read a poem in regards to which I would like to read same, entitled Pants.
Well, I hope this poem is a lot higher class than the last one you wrote.
Well, it ain't as high class, but it's a lot more monotonous.
Recite, umbrella head.
Okay, poem. Pants. Oh, Tom, the piper's son, stole some pants and away he run. He run to Australia, which was a blunder, 'cause they caught him there with his pants down. Under.
You! Out! Out! And now, it's really so long to you men who are making the kind of news that composers write about. Thanks to you and your buddies, great news is in the making.
Great news is in the making. Great things.
Okay, come on, run in, get the letter. Hurry up, on the double, come on. Hurry up. We've got a long trip and a lot to do. Here are your passports with the visas for India. Bobby Guy, Nutty Bernardi, Diane Pendleton, Heine Gunkler. Thank you. Harry Babbitt. Thank you. Julie Conway, Georgia Carroll. Wait till Joni sees her passport. Oh, it'll kill her. Look at this picture.
Oh,
Holy sailor, it's an anteater.
looks a little like the old professor, don't you think?
Yeah, especially around the beak.
Oh, fine. Listen, the gag's on Joan Davis, not me.
Carrie, lend a hand with this lady's luggage.
Well, thank you very much, Sergeant. You been in the Army long? Just a minute, buddy. How do you like that? Of all the alligator bags in the world, I got to get one that ain't dead yet. Let go. Well, it certainly was nice of you to catch me like that. I'd have died if anything happened to this hat. I had the body practically all my life, but the hat's brand new. You know how it is. Thank you. Now, I'd be pleased to show my appreciation in any manner, shape, or form. I guess I should have left my shape out of it.
Get a load of this.
Well, don't get the impression I was trying to flirt with you, mister, because I've got plenty of men, 70, 80, 90.
Why don't you go out with him?
Who wants to go out with men 70, 80, and 90?
Here's your passport, Joan. Oh, the picture's a bird.
Hey, that's an eagle. That's not me.
Inside.
Oh,
Well, what do you think of it?
well, it's certainly better than the last one they took of me. Yeah, I like that.
Very funny.
You know, it says in this here now guidebook that when it's summer in Australia, it's winter in the United States.
Yeah, and for your information, when it's today in Australia, it's yesterday in the United States.
Well, and I won't send this cablegram to my girl Cornucopia.
Why not?
Because if I sent it today, she got it yesterday. And I ought to have an answer by now. And if she don't think enough of me to answer, then I'm not going to worry about her.
Don't do that. Why don't you send it day after tomorrow? And then she'll get it tomorrow. And then you'll get an answer today.
You mean if I send it day after tomorrow, she'll get it tomorrow in Philadelphia?
Sure.
That's funny. She lives in Boston.
Hello, Mr. Kyser.
Oh, it's you. And again.
Oh, gee, Mr. Kyser, you're a wonderful band leader. You've got it on anybody. You're just super, that's all.
Listen, that sweet talk won't do you any good, Miss McGuire.
Oh, please, Mr. Kyser, won't you take me with you? I can entertain the soldiers. Really, I can. I'm a trooper. Look, I've got a touch of Texas in my talk.
Cut it. You're a nice kid, Marcy, but for the 10th time, you're too young. Besides, we aren't coming back this way. We're going across Asia and Africa to South America and then back to the States.
Oh, swell, it's working out much better than I thought. My daddy's in America.
Yeah?
Sure, we're Americans. He joined the Army and they shipped him home for training. He's going to send for me as soon as he can get transportation. Look at this in this letter.
Look, I'd like to take you with us, honey, but...
Oh, Mr. Kyser, you're so sympathetic, so understanding. You're the quiet, dominant type, a man of the world. I, too, have lived.
Oh, you have, huh? Well, don't let me stop you.
Do you know what I need in my life, Mr. Kyser? I need light and warmth and fire.
Yeah, well, you better call the gas company. Here's my address, sugar.
Oh, thank you.
Now, don't forget to write.
Well, you bet I won't. You looking for me, buddy?
Are you kidding? Hi, beautiful.
Hiya, handsome. Politics, that's what it is, politics.
Here, Tulip Bulb, while you're hanging around waiting to bloom, hold this for me.
What do you mean, all this for you? I got a lot of things to do. Hey, come back here.
Time to take off, sir.
Fine. All right, come on, screaming and scratching. All aboard for India. All right, come along. Sorry, soldiers, no more maneuvers. No more maneuvers. Let them loose, turn them loose, let them get in. Hey, where have you been?
Well, I had to say goodbye to Lucille.
How do you like that guy holding up the clipper while he dilly-dallies with a dolly? Who's Lucille?
She's a lady kangaroo at the zoo.
A kangaroo? What'd you do with her?
I left her holding the bag.
Hey, you know, that gives me an idea. Maybe we could cross kangaroos with raccoons and raise fur coats with pockets in them. Whiz-bang 19-1. Roll-a-doo, gang! Roll-a-doo, gang!
Those curtains closed, please. This is war zone, you know.
Oh, Captain.
Yeah.
It must be wonderful to be a pilot. Tell me, how'd you ever learn to fly a great big plane like this?
Oh, it's all very simple, and it's very interesting. I mean, when I was a kid, I was 3, and the other 2, they didn't know whether they had I always liked models. I still like models. I was one redhead. She was built like and her mother was the same way.
Oh, naturally, yes.
Couldn't help it. And then, of course, every plane has a motor. It has a motor up in the front. There's a thing there that has and the things go up and down, and sometimes they go down and up just to change the monotony. Then there's a guy out front he's got a hold of he grabs the propeller and he puts his foot up in the air and he pulls it down with a yank, and the yank says, wait a minute, you're not going to pull me around with that. I don't think that. And then he says, switch on, switch off. And the guy takes the switch off and puts it on, takes it off, puts it on. Finally, he's got no hair at all.
Oh, that's very dangerous.
Yes, it was old-fashioned. He didn't care. And then finally, there's a fella comes up, and you have to there's a sharp wave. And then there's a long whack. I must remember to give it back to it. And finally, there's a beam. You have to stay on the beam. If you don't stay on the beam, you couldn't. I got off the beam the other day. I went back for a cup of coffee and a sandwich, and the plane went into a dive, and I went in after it. They kicked me out.
My, I've been there many times myself.
It's a rough place. And then they get with the retractable gear lever. That controls the pontoons. You have to have the pontoons. Of course, if you wear suspenders, you don't have to worry about holding up your... And then when you're landing, if you're not careful in landing, you'll be caught with your pontoons.
Oh, they'll do it every time.
Silly that way. And then there's the heating. So you take it in the hot country. The hot country, it makes you, if you get 2 pairs of pants, it doesn't make any difference. But if they have the retractable landing gear with the amplifying cooling system, it always makes up with the defrosters out and it's very expensive. Very expensive. Thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, a few dollars. Mm-hmm. You can't buy them.
No.
Free. They give them, some kid makes them of course, as the plane lands, it comes in with a 3-point. And you have to have the 3. The fellow says, I've got 3 points. He says, well, that isn't enough because the kid just he lands on the ground. It was a ground hamburger. He didn't have enough for the, so whether you're rich or whether you're poor, it's always good to have points.
Very interesting,
Yeah.
Captain. Brilliant. What language? What language were you talking, Bud?
Why don't you get an idea of your own? I start collecting relics right away. You got to follow the leader.
Well, I'm doing all right. Now, in Honolulu, I got this feather from the royal robe of Liliuokalani.
You got a feather. I got the bird.
Well, how would you like to be wearing a royal robe of beautiful feathers?
I'd be tickled to death.
But no kidding. A fellow in Sydney tipped me off to a very, very rare boomerang.
Well, did you get it?
Well, where would I keep a boomerang? How could I feed it?
You don't feed a boomerang.
No?
You wear it.
Oh. I'll tell you what I'll do, my little Paskutniak. I'll bet you $1,000 worth of war bonds, and when this tour is ended, I'll have a better collection of relics than you will.
Make it $2,000, it's a bet.
Okie dokie.
Remember, $2,000 in war bonds.
You remember, because you're the guy that's going to pay off.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello yourself.
I was about making it $3,000.
How about 5?
5 it is, sucker. And what do you say we make a little side bet of 500 that my collection is better than yours right now?
Make it 1,000, the bet's on.
1,000 it is. We'll let the little girl decide.
Suits me fine.
Okay. All right, now, who wins?
What are those things?
They are relics. We picked them up on a trip.
Well, Mr. Kyser, I don't know anything about relics.
Oh, neither does Auer. So all you have to do is to decide... You! Marcy McGuire, how did you get on this plane?
I just walked on and forgot to get off.
Forgot. You did it on purpose. You stowaway.
Who's the old fest balling out now?
Well, it's Marcy.
Who's Marcy?
She's a little girl from Australia.
How'd she get aboard?
I just had to come, Mr. Kyser. I couldn't stand to see you leave without me. I'm a trooper, really I am. And I won't be any trouble to anybody.
You bet you won't. Stewart.
Yes, sir. Something wrong, Mr. Kyser?
I'll say there's something wrong. Did you know this child was aboard?
No, sir. Where did you have her hidden?
I didn't have her hidden.
Oh, come now, Professor.
You shut up. Get the captain.
Oh, please, don't I...
We'll settle this right now.
Here's the captain now. All right, break it up, folks. We can't keep the ship on an even keel if you congregate this way. Now, go back to your seats, please. What's the excitement, Mr. Kyser?
That's the excitement.
Oh, your daughter, eh? Nice-looking child. Doesn't resemble you, though. Probably takes after her mother.
She's not my daughter.
Oh, no. She's just a little relic he picked up.
Well, rather young for that sort of thing, isn't she?
She's not a relic. She's a stowaway.
Well, that's a serious accusation, Mr. Kyser.
This is a serious situation.
I'll say it is. You're liable to get life for kidnapping.
Will you zipper your lip? What are we going to do about it, Captain?
Well, what would you suggest?
Well, if it was my ship, I'd drop her overboard.
No, it's murder he wants.
Are you really a stowaway?
Yes, sir.
What nationality?
I'm an American.
Well, then you're a case for the American consul. I can't put back to Australia, and I can't drop you overboard, as Mr. Kyser suggests. So you'll have to get your comeuppance in New Delhi.
Gee, I hope he won't be too tough on Marcy.
Do you realize the seriousness of the crime you've committed?
Yes, I do, sir.
Is it true that of your own volition you stowed away and entered India illegally, or were you aided?
Oh, no, sir, no one helped me. It was all my own fault.
Do you think your father would approve of your act?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Have you a mother?
No, sir, she's dead.
Because you were a minor and because your father is an American soldier, the government of India has waived the disposition of your case to me. This letter says your father wants you with him in Washington. I'd like to send you to America, but at this time, it's impossible. So I shall have to return you to Australia as soon as transportation can be arranged.
Yes, sir.
All right, Professor. I know what you're thinking. You'd like to be a heel, but you just can't. Go ahead and ask the man if she can go with us.
Yes, why don't you, Kay?
Oh, quit it, you two. None of that sentimental mush. If you think I'm going to be a softy and...
Oh, go on, Kay.
Okay. Mr. Consul, after a few weeks, we're going back to the States. I wonder if you'd mind if I'd take her to her father. He was going to send for her, you know, and after all, sir, she's just a kid, and we'd take good care of her.
She'll need the care of a woman, you know. Are there any women in your organization who...
Well, what do I look like, a potato pancake?
Please, you're speaking of the dish I love.
I suppose anyone who wants to do something for our troops as badly as Marcy does deserves a chance. All right, Mr. Kyser, she's your responsibility.
Oh, Mr. Kyser, you're wonderful. I love you till my dying day.
Marcy.
And you're super.
Oh, Marcy, save that for the soldiers, huh? Well, gangway, gang. I gotta take our wife out and buy her wardrobe.
Better take me along to bargain.
Hey, just a minute, children. Remember, we leave in 2 hours for Chungking, so don't go wandering around sightseeing now and miss the plane. Where's Auer?
The man took him out to sell him the Taj Mahal.
Oh, that Mischa is so stupid. He can't buy the Taj Mahal.
Why not?
I bought it this morning. Thank you, Consul.
we high.
Roodly-doo, dig that sky. Roodly-doo, everything's all rude. Roodly-doo, take it, Mish. Roodly-doo,
What a dish!
roodly-doo.
Where's my parachute?
Well, hello, gals. No sugar rationing here. 8 slacks full. Oh, seriously, I like you in slacks, but don't forget the service boys like to see you dressed up. You know, at your feminine best. In other words, a boy in khaki thinks a gal in slacky is tacky, ain't that wacky?
That's right, Professor.
Dresses that you'll be. Let the soldiers wear the trousers.
And I thought it was my art they wanted.
Oh, Professor, when do we get to China?
Oh, as soon as we pass over the Himalayas.
Oh, what's a Himalaya?
A he chicken.
Oh.
Now listen to me, Marcy. The main thing to remember is to breathe through your diaphragm. This forms a narrow column of air which drives against your epiglottis, then makes a U-turn around the soft palate and goes back again into the diaphragm. This sets off the clutch of your Adam's apple, which bobs up and down like a yo-yo. And that is how you get vibrato. Now I'll demonstrate. Watch me. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat.
Yeah, and the frog sings better than you do.
Oh, please, Mr. Kyser, won't you let me sing on the show in Chungking? Give me a chance. I'm a trooper.
Oh, now, Marcy.
Oh, let her sing. After I'm through coaching her, she'll be sensational.
Who told you you could teach singing?
Well, you've heard of Arthur Murray teaching dancing in a hurry.
Yes,
Well, Mischa Auer teaches singing in the shower.
I've got a touch of Texas in my
Oh,
throat.
all right. All right, you can sing, but on one condition.
I'll promise anything.
Do nothing the way that Hambo tells you. China is a friendly nation. We want to keep her that way. No holima.
Hola.
A telegram, Kay Kyser? No telegrams?
Look, Kay, I got a fella.
Well, a Vine Street commando. Where'd you find him?
He found me in a blackout.
Well, how'd he find you in a blackout?
He's a CNI wolf. Well, let's get acquainted. Joe Gimpus, this is Kay Kyser.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
Joe, you just been introduced to Kay Kyser. Say something.
Homely, ain't
You're pretty, too, Joe. Say, where have you been stationed?
he? Me? Oh, Sydney. No, that ain't right. Let me see, Darwin. No, that ain't right.
Well, the more I look at you, the more I believe Darwin was right.
Say, ain't you the fellow on the radio that leads the band?
Yeah.
I know a fellow made $50,000 in one night leading a band.
Who was that?
Jesse James.
Joe, you're as sharp as a landing barge. Say, do you like our program?
No.
Oh, Joe always says no when he means yes. Don't you, Joe?
Yes.
No. Yes. Well, you see, the Air Force is going to give him a special pair of wings. He's a yard bird. I'm going to let him help backstage with the show tonight.
Fine.
Mr. Kyser, the bamboo gardens have been decorated for your performance. Would you please to inspect the arrangements?
Right away. Thank you, Mr. Wong. Excuse me, please.
Surely. Oh, girls, I'd like you to meet my fiancé. Girls, this is Joe Gimpus. Hey, I've been shortchanged.
Oh, pardon me. Are you the Mr. Auer who is seeking rare relics?
Seeking? I'm finding them.
Perhaps I can be of some service to you.
Well, if you're selling postal picture cards, I'm not interested. Let me see them.
I've nothing to sell, but I can introduce you to a very rare number.
Blonde or brunette?
What would you say to a ring of the Borgias?
I'd say I'm pleased to meet you. Where is it?
Shall we talk privately?
Well, we're having a rehearsal right now. Where can I see you after the show tonight?
At the Café of the Golden Eagle. The ring will be there.
Me too.
All right, my little brood. Now, here's the dope. Now, this one tonight is for the guys with wings, and you know what a swell gang they are, so we really want to be in there scratching and screaming. So come on, children. Yes, start drilling.
Secret rendezvous, a table set for two, with candlelight and wine. There we'll share an old familiar tune, a strain of Claire de Lune. candlelight and wine. They can take the moon away, hide the stars from sight. Time can take a holiday for one romantic night.
Then, if you should touch your lips to mine,
we live a moment divine with candlelight and
touch your lips to mine.
we'll live a moment divine with candlelight and wine. Candlelight and wine. With candlelight and
Now what, Ish?
Ish K. Bibble's imitations. Imitation number 1, a lighthouse.
I'm sorry, folks.
Imitation number 2, a man going upstairs.
But your feet aren't moving.
I'm taking an elevator. Final imitation, a little girl singing a big song. A little music, Professor.
Okay, boys, let's pacify him.
You'd never think it could happen. Why, you'd say heaven forbid. You'd never think it could happen. But don't you know that it did? From Shamokin, and that's no jokin'. He gave me that Indian sign. Oh, that bloke from Shamokin, what was he smoking? He gave out that hokiest line. One of those Pennsylvania half zanies with anthracite in his walk. An alligator from the Alleghenies with dynamite in his talk. Oh, that move from Shamokin, he wasn't joking when he up and bid me goodbye. Now I'd like to be choking that moke from Shamokin with the Pennsylvania polka dot tie. He's the moke from Shamokin, up from Hoboken. He plays the hottest trumpet alive. The bloke from Shamokin, what are you smoking? You give out that hokiest
there, Marcy. Well, east is east and west is west, and never the twain shall meet. Oh, yeah? Well, just look up at that sky, Mr. Kipling, and watch these boys of the east flying wing to wing with our boys of the west. Yes, sir. They've met all right, and together with God's help, they'll drive the common enemies from the good earth of China. Oh, we're mighty proud of you fighting flyers, and the way you're going now, great news is in the making.
Great news is in the making. Great things are on the way.
Keep that drumming up, keep on drumming up, till that victory day.
Star-spangled skies are glowing.
With your permission, I shall go now. Good night, dear Countess.
Good night.
And good luck to you, sir.
Good luck. Could one man have better luck?
Oh.
Mr. Auer, you are devastating.
That means terrific, doesn't it?
You are so droll.
Oh. Drew? Never mind, I'll open it. With me, it's a ritual. I always mix this myself, because anyone else gets it mixed up. It's a delicate little formula which I call a blockbuster.
You are the most diverting experience I have had in many, many months. I almost wish I were going with you. You are going to Egypt, aren't you?
Oh, definitely. Dear old Egypt. With its hieroglyphics, its pyramids.
Its Sphinx.
It does? Now, first you pour the cognac. Very little, so. Then comes a cherry. Now a squirt of seltzer. And finally, you pour the champagne very gently so as to avoid what is generally known double bubble trouble.
Say, why all this fuss about Auer?
Well, he sneaked down here to buy a relic.
Well, why the beaver?
Espionage. We've got a $5,000 bet, and if there's a relic around, I want it. Oh, no, you stay here. You're too young for a place like this.
Hey, did you hear that? I'm too young.
Me fu young.
Oh, pleased to know you. I know your brother Egg. And where will you go in Egypt?
Our first stop, of course, will be Cairo.
Cairo. The Grand Hotel. You will stop at the Grand, no?
We'll stop at the Grand, yes. Now about the ring.
It's this one.
Oh, beautiful, exquisite. How much?
It's not a matter of money. I hate money. It's no good.
But a lot of uninformed people think it is. Who are we to set a new fashion? But to come back to the ring, how much?
The price is what you please, if you will grant me but one favor.
You may take it for granted.
I want this ring to go back to Cairo whence it came. It has brought evil to me. But I feel I shall be rid of its influence if you will wear it on the terrace of the Grand. And drink a toast to me, to my happiness. A toast to my freedom from the curse of the one who gave it to me.
Oh, that's a Kay Kyser record. I have to listen to him in the daytime. But tonight belongs to us. Excuse me, please. On the terrace of the Grand. Drinks to the jinx.
And from now on, I will call you Mischa.
You call me Mischa Kisha, and I'll call you Dushka Pushka. And Dushka, my little mamushka, will you feel sorry when I have a mushka Dushka?
Mischa, don't you think we better go to the...
Now that I've met you, I don't dare look back. For what is back of me is dark and ugly, while heaven could be my next abode.
I'm afraid you're right. Shall we go into the garden where we can talk more intimately?
Countess, your wish is my command.
Thank you.
You are a gentleman, I believe, and therefore qualified to meet me. Well, that's a pleasure, I'm sure. The meeting shall be at your convenience. Well, that's very nice of you, thank you. Shall we say tomorrow morning at sunrise? You know, sunrise comes so early. Would you care to sit out the night with me?
Ah, my dear, delectable Mischa.
Friendly people around here.
Ah, Mischa, the magnificent. I effervesce.
So do I. It must be the champagne.
Ah, mwah, mwah. Thought you'd put one over on me, eh?
You? Oh, Well, this is Count Bottle Top, the original vodka boatman.
How do you do?
I passed my card to this man. What's more, it is engraved. He's been very nice to me. He says I'm a gentleman, that he wants to meet me. But he has other appointments and can't get around to it until sunrise.
Listen, that fellow's challenging you to a duel.
What? A duel with swords?
Sure.
Don't leave me. Stick by me.
Stick, brother. You're practically stuck.
Do I understand that you are challenging me to a duel? I'm extending you this pleasure. Well, this is the gentleman who takes care of my diplomatic relations. He'll take you on with 4-ounce gloves, ping-pong bats, or cream puffs at 20 paces. Choose your weapon, start stepping, come Countess.
Yes, come, Countess.
You had the effrontery to change my music from the jukebox, so I am pleased to accept your challenge.
What challenge?
I shall fight you at sunrise. As the offended party, I choose the weapons.
Oh, but look, we don't want to declare war.
You have such a fine ear for music, sir, that I will be delighted to slice it off.
I don't like gore. Couldn't we just laugh it off? I know. I'll send you a note.
Notes to you.
Well, the only thing I can think of is what we do down home.
I can't wait until sunrise. I must have satisfaction now.
Well, I gave you the best I had.
Please, gentlemen.
Well, sir, my weapons. The duel will take place immediately. Here.
Well, I'm not going to fight you a duel. I ain't even mad at you.
Oh, you are not?
No.
В чем дело с этим человеком? Что он сумасшедший какой-то? Я не понимаю. Please, you must go.
Say, who is that guy?
The greatest swordsman in Asia. To stay means...
Come on, let's get out of here.
You said it.
Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, so you have decided to fight me.
That's right. That's Mischa all over. He loves a good fight.
Very funny, very funny. It's all yours, Professor.
Oh, no.
Pardon me, I gotta see a man about a hearse.
I'd like to confer with my principal. No thing to be afraid of.
Then why am I afraid?
Relax. Take off that coat.
Why?
I think I can get you out of this. Take it off. Oh, excuse me, Harry.
Well, of course, Kay.
Come on, give me that coat.
What are you doing?
Don't worry. Just give it here. Give me that sword.
Will you please do me the courtesy of not keeping me waiting?
Just a minute. We'll be ready. Here now. Put your arm through here.
What, with that thing in it?
Sure. Take it. Any kid that ever played with electric trains knows this will work.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I do. Oh, I'm so sorry. Clumsy of me. Now, whatever you do, don't touch the blade. The water will ground you. Say, and give me that ring just in case.
What case?
In any case, this duel will be over as quick as it starts.
That's what I'm afraid of. Gentlemen, please.
All set. All right, shoot the power to him, Auer.
Are you going to wear a coat?
Certainly. He has a bad cold.
First, I'm going to cut this coat to ribbons. Then, I'm going to make out of you Swiss cheese. Imported? Ready, gentlemen? Go!
The current champion. What's happened to the master? He's got amps in his pants. Don't do that. You're always fine. I told you not to touch the blade.
I was carried away. Auer!
Come on, Mischa, get some spark into it.
Auer! Next time, I'm going to remove your left eye. Auer!
Back up. Okay, champ. You've just been refueled. No! The winner, new champion, Mischa Spark Plug Auer.
I can't. Golden Eagle must have laid an egg.
Never mind. Get me out of this contraption.
Oh, get yourself out. I've got the ring, and I'm going home. Roodly-doo.
Jitterbug? Yes, I'd love to. Wouldn't it be love? What kind of man are you?
Give me back my beard. You almost pulled my face off.
But I...
Girls. I know you like to look at the gals, but I'm sure you'd rather hear me tell jokes, so, Oh, if that's the way you feel about it, I'll take the band and go home. Come on, gang. Well, beg me. Oh, I'm only kidding. You couldn't drive us away from here, gang. You know, you're really swell. And I'm sure you enjoy heavy entertainment as well as light, so... Right here, we'd like to be serious for a moment. We'd like to play an aria from Grand Opera, and Harry Babbitt will sing. You've heard him do popular songs, but I'm sure you'll be thrilled by the Harry Babbitt you're about to hear.
What do you think?
I've got a secret weapon. Everyone will tell you it's a whiz.
Very strange character.
You've heard about the bomb sight. Well, I can really top it by a darn sight. I've got the chicks all stepping. And my secret formula is this.
Look out, here it comes.
I've got a secret weapon. All it is nothing but a kiss.
That's all, folks.
Well, that must have been good. Look, an MP smiling. Hey, Colonel, you're kind of proud of yourself with that eagle on your shoulder, ain't you? That's nothing. I had a chicken on my knee yesterday. Police Gazette, 1895.
They just chopped down the old apple tree, the apple tree, the apple tree. They just chopped down the old apple tree where you used to sit with me.
They walked right by the old cherry tree, the chestnut tree, the walnut tree. They just chopped down the old apple tree where I sat upon your knee.
I cried, oh, and when I thought of you, I cried, stop!
But the old wood chopper went chop, chop, chop.
Oh, woodchuck chuckle and
and jump with glee, and mumble to the bumblebee. They just chopped down the old apple tree.
Now you'll have to marry me.
They chop, 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 chop down the apple tree, the apple tree, the apple tree. You can't deny it, they guarantee that's where you used to sit neck and neck with me.
I took my doggy to walk with me. He looked around and went bow wow. He never missed the old apple tree, but he sure does miss it now.
We sighed, we cried, in fact we almost died. We said, we're dead,
Since we took that tree to the old woodshed.
The neighbors gathered and jumped with glee. They told me that they all agreed.
It's time we started a family tree.
Now you'll have to marry me. Now you'll have to marry me.
They chopped down the apple tree.
Now you'll have to marry me.
They chopped down the apple tree.
Well, men, once again, it's time to say roodly-doo and so long. It's been a real privilege to be here with you Yanks and our British buddies. You've done a magnificent job out here, and believe me, the folks back home are mighty proud of you and very grateful to you. And as I've said before, thanks to all men of the United Nations, great news is in the making.
John!
Roodly-doo, Scarab, me mama.
Hey!
Oh, hiya, Marcy.
Look what I've got for you.
Where'd you get that outfit?
George's room. She has plenty of them. This'll look beautiful on you.
Yeah, that's what you think. Even Ermine looks like vermin on me.
Ah, John, you're just blue today. Why, if you only knew it, you could attract more men than the draft. You're not a wallflower.
No, I'm a whole trellis of poison ivy. Oh, I wish Joe Gimpus was here. He liked me for myself.
Oh, I wouldn't say that if I were you, Joan. Some of these days you'll have plenty of men at your feet.
Yeah, chiropodist. Say, you know something, Marcy? This war is being fought for kids like you. Why, when our heroes come home after all this war, you'll be just the right age. Sure, you'll be what they'll want. See what I mean? You'll get your pick.
You'll get your pick, too, Joan.
Yeah, but mine'll have a wooden handle on it.
Now, listen, Joan, all you have to do to attract men is glamorize yourself. Dress up.
Well, dress up, she says. Why, last night at the canteen, I wore my mink coat, and one of the soldiers even insulted that. Cat fur, he called it.
Cat fur?
Yeah, he turned to another soldier and said, hey, get a load of the puss on that dame.
I've got an idea, Joan. Why don't you try playing hard to get? Wear a ring on your engagement finger and pretend you belong to somebody else. Haven't you got a ring?
Why, where would I get a ring? A ring. Oh, yeah, I got a ring. You want to see a ring?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beauty. How's that?
Swell. Where'd you get it?
It's ours.
It's ours. Where'd we get it?
No, it's not ours. It's ours.
Well, if it isn't ours, how could it be ours?
Boy, how Abbott and Costello could kick this one around. No, look, Marcy, it belongs to Auer. He told me to put it in the hotel safe, but I forgot about it.
Oh, Auer. I thought you said our. Come on, let me get at that hair. I'll guarantee to make you look like nobody's business.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Well, hello. Beautiful as usual.
Thanks, Romeo. Any relics today, Mischa?
Give me time.
This ought to be a good place to pick up a mummy.
Now, please, let's not be frivolous. Besides, my mummy's home. Say, that reminds me, I'm supposed to drink a toast to someone on this terrace. Well, here goes anyway. He's not wearing the ring. And now, if you don't mind, I have a busy day at the bazaars. Goodbye.
Bye.
It says in here that dates grow on palms.
So what?
So I'm going to try and get my palms on a date.
Well, hello, Tillin. What, no sightseeing today?
No, we're just resting between rounds, Professor. Won't you and Ish come and join us? Come on, show me how to make the olive swim.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I got to see an Arab about a scarab. Where's Mischa?
He said he had a busy day at the bazaar.
Oh, so that's where he went. Ah, my faithful dragoman.
If Effendi would care to go now to the Street of Bazaars, I can show him a relic of rare value.
So long, children. I'm on a trail of something that'll make that hour look like a minute.
Neither of them has it.
Oh, Egypt isn't quite the same since Lady Fanny moved to Ethiopia.
How true. Keep it down a little bit. Don't put it on too heavy.
So sorry.
Wow, he can't be real. He must be propaganda.
Wish he quit being so proper and take a gander at me.
Pardon me? Would Mademoiselle like a dragoman?
Good grief, does a lady have to drag a man?
Emshi, we'll see you later.
Yes, much later. What's this Emshi?
Emshi is Arabic for scram.
Where do they get this drag a man stuff?
He said dragaman, that's Arabic for gag. Don't look now, but I think you're getting a nibble. Want me to go with you?
No, I'll handle this one alone.
See, I told you can get any man you like.
Yeah, and I'll like any man I can get.
Mademoiselle?
Yeah. Bashful.
Pardon me. Well, what's the idea of posing as an attractive woman?
Oh, it's Mischa. Mischa the Auer. Imshe. Fancy meeting you here, Fancy.
How come you're wearing my ring? Didn't I tell you to keep it in the safe?
Oh, don't strip your gears, Maxwell. Your ring is safe with me, all right. I'm just trying to get those three guys to fall for me.
How you doing?
Okay, but I can't understand it. Every time I stop, those clerks stop.
No wonder. You've got a face that stop any clerk.
Why don't you lie down and let your rigor mortis?
Come on, give me my ring. I haven't no time to waste. Bye-bye.
Aria, babe.
Who, me? Oh, why can't men be more like you?
Oh, go get ahead with a face on it.
Ah, there it is, the black scarab. What a beauty. I am lifted.
There it is, Effendi. The black scarab.
Would you deign to give a fleeting glance at my most unworthy trivia?
Oh, I even might deign to buy that most exquisite black scarab.
Donnerwetter, der Plan ist nicht hier. Die haben uns an der Nase rumgeführt.
Wir könnten Verdacht erwecken. Es ist besser, wir verschwinden.
Ja.
Well, what do you know? I wanted this ring, but I never thought I'd get it this way.
Neither did I.
Well, what happened to you?
Some rats took me unaware.
Well, I'm glad they left you unawares, or the Hayes office would hate you.
What's the idea of framing me this way?
Look, you're a pretty picture, but I didn't frame you.
Very funny. Very funny. Who took my clothes?
Maybe it was a finance company.
Somebody rolled me, and I want to know why.
Hey, somebody wanted something in this ring. Look, it's got a secret hiding place.
Maybe they were after this map, huh?
What map? Hey, where'd you get it?
It was in the ring.
Say, this is important. We'll have to notify military intelligence right away.
Maybe we're mixed up in a plot.
Now, wait a minute. If you think you're going to drop a plot in this clam bake, you're screwy.
Hey, my precious relic!
Look, the bet is off. I don't want to hear another word about a relic. We got 3 continents to cross and a lot of servicemen to entertain, so come on, let's travel.
Cheer up, girls. Only 1,000 more miles of this.
Guess Marcy and Joan weren't so dumb after all, taking that shortcut in the Jeep.
Say, if a Jeep is any rougher than this thing, they're welcome to it. This is super.
fixed in a minute.
Oh, seventh inning, time to stretch.
Miss McGuire, will you try the starter, please?
Yeah. Where is it?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, watch where you're going! I can't see! Then stop! I can't stop! The switch won't work! Then cut it through! Do something! Don't drive so nervous! Nice going, Joe! Who taught you how to drive?
Nobody, I never tried it before.
Oh, fine. Look out! Get off the road before you hit something!
Oh, there must be an easier way to make a living.
Wow, what a ride. Now I know what Sherman meant. Who said Africa was romantic? Whoever it was meant rheumatic. Hey, are we still in Africa? Yes, and this is only the first half of Africa. It must be bigger in Jersey.
Hey, you gotta help me out, Joan. I got a swell surprise for the show this afternoon, if you can do it.
Yeah, what's the catch this time?
Well, Freddie's bulldogs are here, but Annapole is laid up and there's nobody to handle the act.
Freddie's bulldog?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, I can handle them.
Oh, certainly you can.
Wait a minute, are you sure they're nice and tame?
Of course. They'll eat right out of your hand.
Maybe they'll eat out of my leg, too.
Oh, no. Come on, Joan.
Okay, Kay. Lead me to the dogs.
Well, Lieutenant Castle, she'll be back in just a second for her last question. Well, roodly-doo, children, it's Corporal Betty Black, our lovely whack from Hackensack. Now, for your last question in the final round, Betty, Ishka Bibble is going to mutilate a couple of songs on his homemade Ishbone, and we defy you to tell us what they are. Say, Ish, where'd you get the parts for that thing?
Well, I already had this music rack, and I got this bell off the bicycle, and I bought this here now, Fezzle Whippet.
This here now what?
Fezzle Whippet.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
I didn't throw it.
Go ahead, question. Come on, Betty, quit mocking time. Quit mocking time.
Oh, listen to the mockingbird.
How'd she get there? Now, come on, Ace, rip off another musical detour on that tired tripod. Listen, Betty. That's exactly right. Good for you, and Ish, you're through.
Oh, just a second, Professor. On account of Jingle Bells is a song about the land of cold weather, I have written an essay in regards to which I would like to recite same entitled Ice.
Recite, Ish.
Ice. Oh, ice is water with the rigor mortis. Ice comes in numerous shapes, such as pieces, cubes, hunks, and lumps.
Extremely educational.
One of the most interesting kinds of ice they are is the icicle.
Well, what is an icicle?
A drip that's always starting somewhere but don't never get no place.
Oh, get out of here. Go on, Ish. Go on. Oh, that was swell. And now it's Nurse Lieutenant Castle for her last question. Well, Nursey Esther. Ooh, we're down to first names now. Your last question is about a Yank sweetheart. Now, from a song we play, you should be able to tell us who she is and where she is. Let's go.
My bonnie lies over the ocean.
Right. Come here. Now, here's your chance to serenade us. The orchestra will play that same song over again, and every time they stop, you play the trombone. Oh, come on, take it. And put everything you've got into it. Castle. Wasn't she swell? No kidding. But you better stick to nursing and let the trombone slide. Joe Miller, 1810.
Later, Professor.
Thank you. And it is. Well, whack my brain and nurse my noodle if it ain't a tie. Come up here. Say, you know, this is a little embarrassing. I have one first prize here, a 21 jewel ladies service wristwatch, waterproof with knee action and freewheeling.
Oh, thank you.
And just by coincidence, for the other lady, up the other sleeve, I happen to have a 21 jewel ladies service wristwatch, waterproof with knee action and freewheeling. Oh, I knew the girls would love me if I just give them time. And now,
just a minute, my little kumquat. I want to do something.
Well, what can you do?
I'm a great pianist.
Oh, you are, huh?
The best.
You want to play, huh?
I insist.
Well, that I want to miss. So while you play, clown, I will de-gown.
My first nombre will be my great symphonia entitled Zhenya Prechzenevtsanya Prittengovsky in E-flat minor. The hard way.
And now, children, I'm going to surprise you. Magic. That's it. I'm going to do magic. Look, nothing up the sleeves, right? Okay, first we take an ordinary cocktail shaker. There it is. You see it, don't you? And into it we place a lovely lady with a beautiful voice, Georgia Carroll. Oh, and a handsome lad, Harry Babbitt. Music. Lovely music. Lyrics? We got lots of them.
We got lyrics too.
Mix well, that's the secret. Place it on the table. There's the table, you see it. And voices, lots of voices. Where'll I get them from? Listen, and ye shall hear.
Don't believe everything you dream. Your imagination may be too extreme. If you should ever dream that I could love another, just let it go in one dream, and oh, the other. Don't believe everything you see. If you dream that someone's making love to me, wake right up and count to 10. Never dream that dream again. Don't believe everything you dream. Darling, just believe in me.
Believe everything you dream. Why, your imagination may be too extreme. If you should ever dream that I could love another, just let it go in one dream and out the other. Don't believe everything you see. And if you dream that someone's making love to me,
wake right up and count to 10.
And never dream that dream again. Don't believe everything you dream. Darling, just believe in me.
You must believe.
You must believe in me.
Georgia and Harry, no kidding. And now, my good people, hurry, 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 in the arena to my right, an added attraction. The greatest collection of canine contortionists ever assembled in one arena at one time. Little Fred's football dogs. So take it away, Fred.
Pirouette. Head up, boy. Now over the leg. Over the leg. That's great. Now the hard way. Head up, boy. Here's some for you. There's nothing to this racket. Get up there. Go over.
Joan, it is very nice of you to take my place.
What happened to you?
You know, sometimes the dogs lose their temper.
These little fellas? Guess you don't know how to handle them. I only met them a few minutes ago. What's this? Hup, 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 hup. What's that? Pretty good.
Yeah, well, listen. When I whistle, let them go. Come on, boys.
Hey, wait a minute. There must be some mistake. I didn't know you were working with lions. Didn't I see you in the Hounds of Baskerville?
Like a house afire, those sailors and Marines are a great audience. Hey, Joan, what about me? Any female for a female? Yeah, Charlie Adams. Isn't he that fresh guy we met in Sydney? He isn't fresh. He's just a fast worker. First time I met him, he asked me for a kiss. You should have slapped his face. I did.
after he was through.
Here's another one for you, Joan.
Thanks.
Joan, Dad's been promoted. He's a superintendent now.
Oh, that's swell.
Gee, it's funny I didn't get a letter from my dad.
Oh, well, we've been traveling too fast for the Australian mail to catch up with us.
Yeah, I know, but I wrote him from New Delhi.
And he's just about getting it now. Come on, I'll read you my fan mail. Dear Joan. Hey, get a load of how the guy spells Joan. G-O-O-N.
Excuse me, ladies. Is Miss Marcy McGuire here?
Marcy, it's for you. That's me.
The General's compliments, miss, and he'd like to see you at headquarters.
The General will meet? What in the world for?
He didn't say, miss.
Was it all right?
Well, of course.
Gosh, I don't think I ever saw a General.
Well, don't forget to salute her. They'll put you in the stockade.
Sit down, Miss McGuire.
I'd rather stand if you don't mind, sir.
I suppose you realize there's a war going on here or there, don't you?
Yes, sir. Of course I do, sir.
And it's not all short turns and encores. You know that too, don't you?
Why, certainly I do.
Okay, Miss McGuire. I got a tough job on my hands. No matter how I handle it, it's going to be a little tough.
Oh, gee, is that all? I thought you were going to bawl me out for something, sure. You know, some of the fellows say you can be an awful old crab. I mean...
Oh, they did they? Well, maybe I am. But you get to be an old hard shell at this game after a while. You have to. Remember that, you have to.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Confound it all. What I'm trying to tell you is...
Yes, sir?
Well, I've got some news for you, Miss McGuire. Big news.
About me?
No, it's not about you. It's about your father.
Gee, you mean he got his commission?
Yes, he got his commission all right, but that's not all.
Holy Henry, then he isn't in Washington any longer. He's really in it. That's it, isn't it, General? Oh, gosh, you mean he's coming here?
No, Marcy, he's not coming here. Oh. You see, he had a big job to do somewhere else, and he did it. Well, this will tell you all about it. It's for you. It's from the President.
I can't believe it. Somehow I just can't. How did it happen?
Sub got one of our transports.
Then he didn't even get into the fight.
Oh, yes, he did. They all went down fighting. Every one of them. Well, he wouldn't... Here's a medal he won in that fight. It's called the Order of the Purple Heart. It's the orders of the President. I'm directed to present it to you.
Thanks very much, General. But what good's a medal?
Oh, now see here, Miss McGuire, you got to snap out of it. Snap out of it quickly. I'll tell you what good the medal is. I'll tell you. Oh, sure. I even got a special speech that tells you all about it. But I'm not very good at speeches. And you're perfectly right. Medal is only a medal. It doesn't take away the hurt, and it doesn't bring back anybody once they're gone. But crying isn't going to help either, you know. You've got to hold on for what's behind the speeches and the medals. You got to... Oh, come on, little girl. Let's see how tough the McGuires can really be.
Hey, what did the General say, Marcy? Make you a second lieutenant, or...?
What's the matter, honey?
The General said that...
Marcy.
The great news number is coming up. Better get ready, Marcy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sing.
What?
I'm never gonna sing again.
Oh, Marcy, you can't say a thing like that.
No. Why can't I?
Why? Why, because nobody lets a show down. That's show business. That's just plain American. I'll start the introduction now. Come on, kid. Chin up. Let's go.
You see, Marcy, in our work, well, you just gotta have the kind of stuff that...
I don't care about the show. I don't care about anything. My world stops, see? And I'm stopping with it.
still think you're tough?
Well, we're leaving for home tomorrow with a song in our hearts. Yes, a song of hope and confidence. A song of gratitude and praise and blessings to the men and women of the United Nations all around the world.